Illustrator Mark Lee is celebrating 15 years of manga about the trials and tribulations of white-collar work. Lee's cutely ironic take on office life has brought a wry smile to many readers. But a successful career in art was not handed to Lee on a plate.
Before his art took off, he started a string of failed businesses and was betrayed by a friend-turned-business partner. At his lowest point, he had 20 million NT of debt. Maybe it's that familiarity with the low points of business that enables Lee to depict workplace dramas with such clarity.
就是个大家庭，我就像你们的爸爸。来，大家想对爸爸说什么？
A cute animation accompanies an all-too-lifelike plot that could speak for many viewers. Illustrator Mark Lee has been on the side of the average office worker with his workplace manga for 15 years. He's inspired by real life, of course.
In
the early days, I often made notes, and whatever thoughts I had, I would stick them in the cartoon.
His notebooks are full of images and scribbled records. Lee has been studying art since he was young and started his professional career in 2008, right in the middle of the global financial crisis. He offered readers a humorous angle on the daily tedium of office life and had become famous in less than a year.
因为职场其实就那么血，已经很血淋淋了，然后你再画的那么写实，其实我觉得那个。
The workplace is already a gory place. If you then went and drew it very realistically, I think it wouldn't have a good resonance. But there's a contrasting tone, which is like, your images are cuter, but you're telling these serious workplace stories, and that creates a contrast.
Lee now has his own studio. He creates the stories and draws the initial sketches, and his employees transform them into a finished product. It all looks shiny now, but Lee's success sits on the foundation of some harsh life experiences. In days past, he founded several companies which failed and was betrayed by a friend. He was left with debts of 20 million NT, but he managed to make energy out of his rage and grief, using that low point as fuel for his creativity.
I started a few companies when I was younger, and they all ended in huge failures actually. So I had debts of 8 digits at one point in my life, and that became something which I later put into my work, or a factor that influenced my art later.
Lee has been around the block a few times and he's no longer afraid of difficulties. After many years in art, he can truly claim to be an alternative spokesperson for the frustrated white-collar worker.